The conditions which framed and taught us our standards have gone with us.
Hello, Deserto livestream viewers. My name is LinkRel and you're watching EEE. This is the Swedish LAN tournament that's just kicking off now. We're watching Roughnex squaring up against XTC, two Swedish teams, and joining me on the mics is Gucci. So we've got a long day ahead of us, Gucci. I think it's fair to say.
I believe so. Yes. What are we thinking? A 12-hour day, do you reckon?
Probably about that, but extremely early on. There we go. Roughnex breaking the tie, going 1-0 up within a minute.
Yeah, that was absolutely sick play. I was on board with Brando to start with, and he just basically steamed up the middle map and teared it apart there.
Yeah, so really strong start now. We're actually back on board with Brando now. He's got the extreme conditioning's SMG, so it's going to be him doing a lot of the objective work, just pushing down this left-hand side now, going top building, escaping that gunfire. And he knows that stuns are being thrown in this area, so he's just got to be a little bit careful. Spot someone, and that is 3 down.
He knew that player was coming. That's what he was waiting for, judging by the way he was moving around that top building. Then he's pushed straight onto this right-hand side there. The possible split spawn as well.
Yeah, he had to be a bit careful there. Waldo was actually just lying prone behind that well, but it's another really strong push here, and it was looking good for Roughnex to actually pull that second flag. Nixon's got to be careful if there is someone hanging around back flag again.
Yeah, he's just waiting for them off spawn. Obviously, they got 2 down again before they pulled that flag. Nixon making sure that they're guaranteeing this flag by coming a long way back as well. Not waiting up there for the relay.
Just going to make sure they secure this, and it looks like we're going to go to a 2-0 lead with 3 minutes left in this game. So Roughnex.Swe really proving themselves at the moment. Bear in mind, there is 2 XTC teams. This is the Swedish XTC version.
Yeah, Roughnex have started really strong here, instantly going 2-0 up. And to be honest, I don't see a favourable side on Seatown either, so I couldn't say that it's the bad side for XTC. I don't know what your opinions are on that.
No, not at all. It's not one of them maps where there's one that's extremely biased, such as something like Lockdown, where you can just trap them in spawn after pulling the flag and set up some sort of relays. So, like I say, Roughnex really proving themselves here. It's a really good start for them in the tournament. This is the first round. We're currently in the group stages, and I'll be able to make you aware of the people in that group in a second. But this is going to be a best of 5. And here we go. So this current group is Group D, where there is Skitlight Sweden, Roughnex, and XTC Sweden battling out for their place in the winners bracket.
Very tough bracket then, really. Personally, I don't know. Judging by what I've seen from the start of this, Roughnex are looking like they'd storm it, but you never know, do you?
I mean, the actual favourites for the tournament, judging by people's comments on Deserto and looking at the threads, seem to be Pain Gaming. Lions seem to be making that top 3. I mean, do you think Pain Gaming are going to be able to take this whole tournament?
Well, judging by the amount of support they've got, if that was anything to go by, definitely, but it's all about how they play on the day, isn't it?
I'd just love it if, like, we went to a LAN once and you just see Pain Gaming set up around the station and they've got, like, 100 people seated around them, all cheering stacks on.
I know, it'd be absolutely insane.
Oh, here we go, Roughnex on another flagpole. Remember, this is just the first round of Capture the Flag here on Seatown, and it's looking like they're going to be storming this with a 3-0 lead.
Oh, Brando's getting 2 in the back here as well.
Chasing them
round. It's a 3-0 lead.
And 1 minute 10 left on the clock, and it looks like Brando just once again going straight in now, showing no fear at all. Really nice kill against Waldo.
Brando's actually 11-6 as well, so nearly double positive for an aggressive SMG. That's pretty impressive. That's 3 down as well there from Roughnex.
And here we go on the 4th flagpole, and it just seems that XTC have not really had a good push so far. They've not really had a good opportunity to actually pull this flag. And maybe they're going to be able to switch things up a little bit when we move into the next Search and Destroy game, which is going to be on Arcaden. But I think this Capture the Flag, unless they can completely change the mindset in round number 2, is pretty much over.
Well, you never know. I mean, it is a game of 2 halves, this CTF nowadays. And the way that they've just blocked out that flagpole, then breaking, got took down whilst pulling the flag. You never know, that could be the switch around. Could be able to take that momentum into the second side of this CTF and who knows, do some damage of their own.
Yeah, I think what they need to do now is just completely forget about that 3-0 defeat. It wouldn't surprise me if Roughnecks do start playing a little more passively, a bit more defensively, but XTC just need to be throwing everything they've got at the enemy flag because they're going to have to capture 4 flags within 5 minutes to take this. So there we go, round number 1 over, having a quick look at the scoreboard. Any standout players for you in that?
Well, from Roughnecks, obviously, you've got the double positive SMG player, Brando. He seemed pretty aggressive throughout that. Seems to be doing his job well. Yeah.
So he was playing excellently, just such aggressive pushes. We're actually going to switch over, though, now to XTC. I'm watching Waldo, who's just made a huge burst here to top balcony, just pre-aiming that door, expecting someone to run through. Ew, and he turns away at the wrong moment there. Breaking gets the better of him.
Such a frustrating time. That's the one thing I dislike about COD. You can hard aim somewhere for so long, as soon as you turn around, it's just...
It's so typical. It happens every single time.
I know.
You'll be pre-aiming for about a minute, and the second you turn away, they're there. But here we go. This is yet another flag pull there from Roughnecks. Wow.
Roughnecks.
And
is that 4-0?
It's going to be 4-0 so far, yeah. I'm just making sure I've jotted that down on my piece of paper. But, I mean, something I'm trying to work out in my head, is this a reflection of Roughnecks playing extremely well, or is it XTC not living up to expectations?
I don't know. I mean, it's the first game of the tournament. They might not be warm. You never know, do you?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Of course. You know, there were those problems at Reflex where it was basically like playing in a refrigerator. A few people were saying
it really was.
Yeah. So still continuing on. Let's capture the flag. I'm actually watching Waldo now, find himself in a spot of trouble there against Brando. Does get the Semtex skill, but gets taken out himself. And what they can't be doing now is, you know, maintaining this tie. It's good to see, though, that Roughnecks do no holding back at all. They're just continually pushing, trying to make the lead even bigger.
Yeah, exactly. They're going for the pride factor more than anything, I think.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good job of that. Flag has been dropped. Roughnecks are looking set to actually secure this 5th. There's some good cut-off points now, and they're going to get this because everyone has just spawned at this back building.
Yeah, that's pretty much a guaranteed flag cap for Roughnecks. So I think what XTC need to do now is just prepare their minds and forget about this map and go from now. Yeah. I would have said.
Exactly. I mean, Search and Destroy, completely different game. Anything can happen in a game of Search and Destroy, so they could really turn things around. I'm getting a little bit worried, though, Gooch, that these guys are going to beat your world record. Probably not, but the world record, what was it that you set at Reflex? Was it 19-0?
It was actually 18-0.
Oh, 18-0.
Yeah, despite what everybody was saying.
Ah, right.
I watched. That was the first thing I did when I got home from Reflex. I'm not going to lie, I watched that, but
18-0 victory on Capture the Flag. Just gonna. That is absolutely amazing. But here we're seeing a 5-0, and it looks like they were going to actually get another, though. Spawn actually trying to go for some sort of consolation flag pull, but the teammate actually killed him.
No, this map is pretty much dead and buried, to be honest. Like I said, XTC just need to prepare themselves for next game and hope that they can do some damage on Search and Destroy.
Yeah. So just to bring you a little bit of information about the actual event itself, EEE is actually hosting 12 teams, which a few people have raised their eyebrows at, but bear in mind this is the first LAN. I know that the first ever Reflex only got 8 teams attending, and recently we've seen that peak over 40 now as we move on to Reflex GT7. So, you know, it could be big things for Sweden. There's a lot of Swedish teams out there that I didn't know about, so if they can maintain these numbers, and I'm sure the actual event will start growing.
Well, to be honest, you've always got to start somewhere, haven't you? You can't have the likes of EGL overnight. You've got to have a base, and to be honest, 12 teams, which is like 48 players straight away, is still an impressive start, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And I was actually having a quick look on Twitter, seeing what was going on, and I saw Stacks tweeting a few pictures of Monster Energy, because of course EE did get sponsored by Monster, and have been supplying everyone with energy drinks, which is brilliant.
Brilliant.
I love that. I actually love that. They've got like, I don't know how many, they've got hundreds of Monster Energy drinks.
Did I see a thread somewhere where the winner gets something like 200 cans?
Something like that.
I think I saw that in a thread a couple of days ago.
Which is brilliant. I mean, I actually love energy drinks. I wish I could drink them all the time, so I'd happily take 200 cans of it. We actually, as we were just talking there's actually been another flag capture, but here we go now, XTC on the pull.
XTC on the pull for their first flag of the game. This could be the the boost they need. Basically, they have capped that. Obviously, it is too late to do anything on this map, but hopefully they can take the positives out of this game.
Yep, I mean 7-1, it's not really a scoreline that teams are going to be looking for. I think Spawn's pretty much given up.
A member of XTC has actually quit, judging by the look of things. I've just held up my back button and I can only see 3 members of the XTC team.
Oh dearie me, we've got a rage quitter at land.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I think I don't think anyone was doubting the fact that Roughnecks have taken this map. So they're going to actually take an 8-1 victory, which is going to be a massive boost for them as they move into the later stages of this tournament. I am expecting big things from Roughnecks because I think they do deserve some credit. I don't think this is particularly a reflection of XTC playing poorly, but Roughnecks were really well set up in some of those situations.
Yeah, every time I've ever seen any member of Roughnecks playing it, they have always played well from my past experiences, so hopefully a sign that I can see them play well all together.
I mean, just looking quickly at the scoreboard before it flashes off there, we mentioned him earlier, but Brando playing a really good game. It looked like breaking, not only getting top of the leaderboard there, so securing those flag captures, but 23-15, brilliant performance.
With a 2,300 score as well, so that shows his objective play.
Yeah, exactly. So what we'll do now, we'll cut to a quick break for you guys whilst we get this search and destroy on Arcade and set up, and be back with you guys shortly.
The world we knew is gone. The conditions which framed and taught us our standards have gone with it. Our needs are now different, and our aims must be. The conditions which framed and taught us our standards have gone with it. The world we knew is gone.
Welcome back to Deserto Live and to EEE as we are in round number 2 of Group D. This is XTC versus Roughnex, and following the extremely convincing win of Roughnex 8-1 on Capture the Flag C Town, we're going to see if XTC can answer back here on Search and Destroy Arcaden.
Yep, so we're getting things underway now. Roughnex have actually taken out, that is leaving 2 alive, just the 1 alive for XTC, so Roughnex in a 3 versus 1 situation. Nothing Waldo could do there, really.
No, Waldo, it really wasn't looking good for him, but I thought for a second he was going to get probably the best turn on I've ever seen in my life on Brando. Unfortunately, couldn't quite cut it. Brando does get a nice flying drop shot on him and take round number 1. So in true Deserto Live fashion, we're going to stick to 1 attack and 1 defense per side and then switch things over. So we'll stay on board with XTC for now. Is there any particular player you want to watch on XTC?
I'm quite intrigued to watch this Svan, to be honest. I'm not sure how you pronounce it properly, but he's steaming straight up the top Eskies, so he's got a couple of stuns as well. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I mean the stuns.
Oh yeah, the exchange kills with breaking there. Semtex from either player. Nick's rushed right round the back of Waldo there as well.
Yeah, and I think Negs is actually aware of this. Even though he's picked this bomb up, he's held back a lot. He's still in his spawn at the moment with that assault rifle. And I think he's just hoping that they're going to come to him, even though they're on the defense. But Nixon, I don't think we can particularly call that a lucky grenade. It was a well-estimated grenade, possibly. But unfortunately, he just runs straight into it, leaving Kerry in a 1v3.
Yeah, this is the second time already in the game that we have seen a XTC player in a 1 versus 3 situation. Hopefully Carey can do better than what Waldo did last round.
Yep, I'm just watching him now, and things are going to be tough. He is on the attack. He does have 1 minute 30 left, but if Roughnecks are aware of where that bomb has gone down, then Carey's in big trouble, and we just see Nixon taken out there with the MP7. Once again, storming ahead, a 2-0 lead. Remember, this is first to 4, so Roughnecks are already halfway there.
Roughnex Nixon there just ran virtually straight into the enemy spawn, right round the back, took out 3 of the players in that round.
Yeah.
So Nixon knew exactly what he wanted to do from that round.
Let's switch over and see what's going on for Roughnex. And I actually want to watch Nixon to start with. I mean, actually bringing up the score, but seeing what's going on. Technically, they've been V4 at the moment, almost 2v4, with Nixon and Brando picking up 7 of the 8 kills made on the team. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Man is virtually a dormant player, and he's left it as an irrelevant person.
Yeah. Watching Man lie, he hasn't got any kills yet, but he is going for this bomb plant, and it does look like it is going to be going down here. He's got the support of 2 of his teammates. It is 3 versus 3, but bomb is down now. There's 43 seconds that they need to hold this for.
Svan picking up a kill there on breaking, so that instantly makes it a 3 versus 2 for XTC. Svan again, clutch play there from Svan. He's taken out 2 of the players, 3 of the enemy team, so that was all down to Svan there. Very nice play from him. Yeah, meaning that XTC can pick up their first round of the search and destroy.
Yep, definitely. They are down but not out, and they really need to start turning things around here. If they lose another round, then it's going to put Roughnex at game point, and you don't want to be in a 3-1 position when you're playing search and destroy, because it means you've got to win 3 back-to-back. It's not a nice place to be. And, I mean, Carey and Waldo, they're not having the best game so far, and I do... well, we'll watch those when we switch over. For now, I'd like to see what Man Lai can do, actually, because we haven't seen much from him yet.
Yeah, he's pushed straight away. He's looking like he's aiming for construction. He's just going to wait and see if anybody runs across the top Eskies. So he's playing this very aggressive as well. He doesn't need to... He's pushed basically to the choke point. He's got the vantage point of the map for the top, of the arcade. And anyway.
Yeah, and he's got in a position now where he's just hoping someone's going to run in front of him. He's got the silenced MP7 as well to conceal his cover. Waldo does pick up his first kill of the game, though, so he's finally managed to get a kill in round number 4 there. Breaking going to take out Negsy, and if we just stay with Man Lai, I was about to switch over. Backtracking a little bit now, and going to choose an alternative route, as it is currently 3 versus 3.
Yeah, I mean, Breaking just saw that Waldo got the kill down in the vending machine, went round there and found Negsy, and then obviously Man Lai has pulled back, and that is quick, to be honest. Can't even keep up with that sort of development in the game.
Yeah, and I've just had a bit of an update. The Spanish community, once again, coming out in full force here. You know, we're hitting around 400 viewers. About 2/3 of you guys are Spanish. So I think we can hear the cheers of Pain Gaming echoing through the live stream at the moment.
more than a 50% Spanish viewership at the minute, so that is absolutely incredible, the support that Spain show for Pain Gaming.
Yeah, I've got a lot of love for Stacks ever since the GB days. I think his GB rank was 2nd, so I respect him for that.
Never quite made it to the 1st. I remember playing MLG doubles with him once on Sydney Battles. Highlight of my career, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, and here we go. We're seeing a few gunfights, so now it's 4 versus 2 in favour of Roughnex. They're looking set to take this as Brando is once again on a rampage here. 7 kills, 1 death in search and destroy. Yeah,
Roughnex 3 versus 1. Negsy on his own, and Roughnex have just got to defend this bomb now. That's all they've got to do. Negsy has got a huge task on his hands to be able to turn this around for XTC.
Yeah, but boy, would that be huge if he managed to pull this off. I think the positions that Roughnex have got set up in, though, are just going to be so advantageous to them. He does manage to take out 1, but with 20 seconds left, I know that Man Lai is just sitting in that corner. Nixon's going to be ready for the kill.
Yeah, it's just going to be too little too late. I think it really is now. With only 12 seconds left on that clock, he really hasn't got time to pick up the 2 kills from where the other players are positioned.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, in situations like that, even though you're going to be going highly against the odds and just trying to run out into a crowd of other players, sometimes you just have to do it because you've no other choice. And like we were saying, I think he just left that a little bit too late.
Yeah, but he didn't really have much choice in that situation, to be honest to him.
So that is going to be Arcade and Search and Destroy going in favour of Roughnex 4-1 following the 8-1 victory on Seatown Capture the Flag. Looking set to take this best of 5 series. The next map and game type, just getting up for you guys, is going to be Bootleg Capture the Flag. So stay tuned for that as we go into a quick break.
break through the red mist. I feel my blood boiling as I'm clenching my fist so hard.
Welcome back to Deserto Live and EEE. We are watching Roughnex here, squaring up against XTC, two Swedish divisions of the organisations. I'm currently watching Manlai, and Roughnex do have a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. 8-1 capture the flag, 4-1 search and destroy. Are you expecting a similar story here on Bootleg, Gucci?
The way that Roughnex have started this game, I've got to admit, they do not look as if they're going to drop the map to XTC. It was an absolute whitewash basically on the first map, and a steam through 4-1 on Arcade, and just shows how positive Roughnex are actually looking in this tie.
Yeah, I'm actually on board with Nixon here, who's playing extremely defensively, so whilst he is just doing that defensive role, I'm going to switch over to Breaking. See what he can do as he pushes down this roadside. He can see that there is someone with an assault rifle, but he's showing no fear, just charging in there, taking a little bit of damage, and going to get shut out.
Going to say Breaking was one of the players on C-Town that literally did just keep steaming at that flag regardless. Right from the off, he was just up in the enemy spawn.
Yeah, he actually played a really good game, and you know, he was making the important kills, pulling those flags and doing really good work for his team. And teams do need a player like that that is just prepared to throw themselves out into a line of bullets, confident that they could possibly make that kill in order to pull flags. We're watching Breaking again though as he pushes down the alternative side, throwing a stun out, doesn't connect, but he's just trying to find someone that will no doubt be defending this flag. Yeah,
he's seen somebody out on the road area there, so he's just going to pull that flag and basically challenge, but was that Carey that just picked him off? And that is 3 down for Roughnex. Brando being the last alive, and he is actually on the XTC side of things here.
Oh. And here we go now, XTC getting their heads into this game. They've made the first flag pull so far, and it's looking quite a strong one.
They've pulled it straight down the middle as well.
There is actually no one who will be able to catch him. I quickly brought up the radar there to see, so it's going to be 1-0 now to XTC.
Unless any fantastic nade went over there.
I actually ruled that possibly out. I didn't think of that. Yeah, they could have got some crazy nade. But a 1-0 lead is what they need. However,
4 down for XTC.
That was brilliant from Roughnex. So answering back straight away. And that lead of XTC is going to be short-lived. I've just brought up the start menu once again to see where everyone is positioned. And they're doing... Oh, Breaking. That was amazing. Brilliant 2-piece. Brando picking up the third. There goes the flag capture.
And that again is 3 down for XTC, so once these 3 players come off spawn, Roughnex possible to pull another flag.
You can see Carey now doing some defensive work. Needs to be cautious not to be too over defensive, as if you do play too passive on a game like this, eventually you are just going to get overrun.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem sometimes. I mean, look where Nixon's sat, you don't want... I mean, he is actually the only player back there, I admit, but doesn't want to be playing that defensive, especially with the lead that they have on the tie overall as well. I would have thought they're better than the defensive style that they could pick up.
Yeah. Actually, watching Breaking though now, somehow doesn't manage to pick up that kill. As a result, Spawn's going to get the pistol kill on him. Nixon a little bit panicked, managing to get those stuns out to prevent any flag pull. Going to pick up the 2-piece, some really good play from Nixon.
That was nice play. Seen another on the left-hand side. That's 2 down for Roughnex, but again 2 down for XTC, so Roughnex will probably maintain this area now.
Here we go. On board with Breaking, staying near Chickens, has managed to spot someone. And I do get the impression though, Roughnex seem to be on the back foot a little bit here.
They are pinned back, I must admit, they are pinned back in their spawn area. This is one of the sides where XTC obviously they can push up and hold it, but still they need to get 3 or 4 down to be able to pull that flag because of where Roughnex will be spawned. They can just instantly ping a stun straight on the flag.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very hard for XTC to be able to pull.
Yeah, it doesn't seem, I mean, just watching the style of play of both of these teams, when XTC make a big push, Roughnex go extremely defensive and don't really push out until they've got 4 down, and then it seems like XTC are doing the exact same, so it really is a back and 2 game as we can see here with Roughnex on another good push.
Yeah, I mean, it's tied up now, and to be honest, I can see this side finishing 1-1, so I'd say that's possibly a fair result, maybe even a bit biased towards Roughnex there, because XTC have played extremely well on this side. Svan doing most of the work for his team, I must admit. Look at that, 12 kills for his team, so he's done a huge feat there. Oh, Nixon clutch play. Oh, he hasn't returned that flag. No chance.
Oh, this is dangerous. Yeah, there was no time to actually secure that, but something could have happened there. We could have possibly been going into a little bit of a stalemate as both the flank carriers clash with each other. But it is going to be 1-1 in the first round of bootleg capture the flag. Something I will admit, following the 8-1 victory on Seatown that I wasn't expecting. And, yep, Pain Stacks has just come online on my screen. I got this prepared for all the Spanish viewers, so I feel, while we're changing sides, I feel like I have to say it. Hola, mis amigos españoles. Amo el Stacks ningún dolor ningún juego.
Oh, you're such a Spain fanboy.
Do you want to know what I said? I feel like I should, for the benefit of everyone else. Hello, my Spanish friends. I love Stacks, no pain, no game.
Oh, well, I have actually just received some information in the Skype chat that Pain will be on next against Anti.
Okay, so Pain versus Anti. Stay tuned for that. Wow, Nixon getting a nice two-piece and breaking on the kills as well. Waldo's the last alive. Flag has been pulled. That is a really good, strong flag pull by Roughnex.
Yeah, there was nothing that XTC could do. Like I said, this is the side where you can just literally pin them in the spawn, and the only thing that they can do is hope to get the stuns off onto the flag.
Watching Spawn now doing some nice defensive work. Look out 2, he's challenging the 3rd. He's only got his pistol. Manlight is going to get the better of him. Waldo there going head to head with breaking. Going to continue that push, moving up on this flag. Can't see anyone about, so it's a good opportunity to run this, and he has got the support of Negsy.
Yeah, he's just going to have to wait a bit because he is so red that it's unbelievable. He just needs to wait it out. No, he was pinned in there by 2 players. He had no chance of getting out of there alive, to be honest.
Yeah, and yeah, Roughnex looking quite set to take this. They're only 1 flag up at the moment, so of course XTC have plenty of time to come back into this. But so far on this side, it does seem Roughnex have been fairly dominant.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I never really think that Bootleg has a better side. However, thinking about it now, Roughnex probably are on the, I wouldn't say easier side, but they've just got that slight advantage of the spawning aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, when XTC actually spawn, you can see them spawn in that very back right corner, and immediately, as soon as they spawn, they're going to be throwing a stun grenade over. If that stun grenade doesn't connect, though, Roughnex are just going to be able to pull the flag away. I thought Manlai was going to make a good push there, but Spawn does manage to take him out. Yeah,
that's instantly 2 down for Roughnex, so hopefully XTC will be able to push out a little bit. Negsy obviously picking up another kill there, going for another, oh my, that was nice play there from Negsy.
Oh, Brando once again getting a kill. I don't actually see how Brando is doing on the scoreboard. He's 16 to 12, obviously to capture the flag, it's not about them kills, but I do feel some credit needs to be given to him as throughout the Search and Destroy and the Seatown capture the flag, he's been playing really, really well.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I wouldn't say that there's a standout player for Roughnex. They've all done their job role really well, and I am quite impressed watching them how well they have played.
Here we go with Spawn though now. He's actually lost alive. He's got to be careful, doing a good job just making sure he stays alive, going for a turn on across a huge distance. But here we go, XTC just on the back foot again. It's not where they want to be this late in the capture the flag game.
XTC needs to start making a big push, really, to be honest. They need to at least tie things up, and that would be going into the stopwatch, but they can't afford to sit back now. They are losing by 1 flag, so
yeah. But it does seem that Roughnex are almost, rather than trying to push the flag, they're almost just trying to pin XTC back in the spawn, just hold them off, because they know if they can do that for 1 minute and 30 seconds, then they're going to take this best of 5 3-0.
Svarm picking up a crucial 2-piece there, but him and his teammate Negsy have just been double stunned there, so that sort of blocked off any push attempt that they had in mind.
Yep. Here we go. Spawn still alive, taking out breaking. Just going to move up now, but Brando is ready and waiting for him. Nixon picking up the kill and ceasing any sort of push that XTC have.
I was going to say, I was watching Spawn there for, I would say, a 30-40 second period, and he must have picked up so many kills. He's playing so well on this map, but it doesn't look like him and his teammates are going to be rewarded because Roughnex are holding strong with that 1 flag cap lead.
Yep. Time is ticking away as we enter the final 45 seconds now. I can see Roughnex starting to play extremely defensively. They've actually opted to push up a little bit and just pin them in the spawn. Manlai getting a nice pistol kill there, and the flag's actually been pulled by Roughnex.
Yeah, Waldo was actually the only person left alive, and he was off spawn as they pulled that. So didn't really have too much of an opportunity to defend that flag. So I think that's going to be a guaranteed flag cap for Roughnex. Yeah, that unfortunately
should probably seal the deal. It's going to be 3-1 in this capture the flag on Bootleg. It's interesting actually, when we were watching all those players, Waldo had melee on as the proficiency, which is something I don't see too much. It's usually, you know, people go for range focus, sometimes kick. Never really melee.
The only time I've ever seen melee, and I've got to be honest, is One Day Cup knife round Search and Destroy Dome. The only time I've seen melee used.
Wow. But no, there we go. That is going to be it for the Capture the Flag game. 3-1 bootleg. Search and Destroy Arcaden was 4-1 to Roughnex. Seatown was 8-1 to Roughnex. So overall, whilst I do feel that that bootleg was a lot closer than I expected, it has been fairly one-sided.
Yeah, it was basically a guaranteed victory for Roughnex. A very convincing one at that, I must admit.
Yeah. So what's actually going to happen here, I'm just bringing up the actual groups. That is going to be a win for Roughnex in Group D. There's also Skitlight Sweden in that group. And the top 2 teams in each group of 3 will advance to the winner bracket, and the bottom placing team will advance to the losers bracket. So obviously you want to be